Welcome to another episode of Ghetto Antiques Roadshow. And what will we end up getting today, boys and girls? Well, again, this is Ghetto Antiques Roadshow. I am just a collector, not an expert, and sometimes we do problem solving ourselves. So we'll find something on eBay, and, well, not we, but me, and I'll start researching it along with you so we can learn about it. All right, so let's get this envelope open and see what's inside. Now, while I don't wear glasses, that's not to say I don't need them. I've been getting interested in spectacles and all sorts of optical things, such as binoculars and opera glasses and all sorts of weird kinds of things with lenses in it. And what the hell? Okay, so this is how he packs it. He just puts a few pieces of noodles in here, and he just tosses it in an envelope so it can just like move around and break. Oh geez. And there's glass in here. What a freaking rocket scientist. Some of the I'm sorry guys, I know you're gonna think I'm a snob, but some eBayers are really dumb. All right, so let's lower the boom. Here we go. We're gonna lower the boom and open this sucker. And price, it says 50, but I paid 30. I made an offer. And what I do is I lowball eBay sellers. Yes, I used to be an eBay seller myself, and a lot of people hate lowball. Whoa, whoa! We just had a blooper. You almost saw my face. Okay, so back to what I was saying. A lot of people hate lowballers, and as a seller, I hated lowballers too. But I figure for every like 10, I have statistics here. For every 10 offers I make that are lowball, at least one or two people actually take the bait. And I figure, hey, if you don't try, you won't succeed, right? All right, so what do we got here? What do we have here? If I can get this shit open. And I have trouble because of my hooker gloves, as you can see here. All right, so what are these, boys and girls? Aha! This is actually really quite nice. Okay, so this is what's known as Lorgnette, and I'm going to pronounce it wrong. It's the Ghetto Antiques Roadshow, so don't be a prick and write in the comments below, you pronounced it wrong. You can contact me and say nice things instead. All right, so basically, we got a chain here. Holy cow, this is actually really short. And there's no way in hell that I don't think in any capacity a woman could fit this around her neck. Yeah, this is a really, 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 really quite small chain. So my guess is this actually was attached to something called, and I'm going to get it wrong, a chatelaine hook. And perhaps, or it hanged from a man. A man, yes. I think we got a mantiques over here, guys. Yep, I think it could perhaps be a man's glasses. And it could have went in his button hook. As you can see, we got the little dog clip over here that would generally attach a pocket watch to it. So this may have once held a pocket watch as well. I could be wrong. I'm not, again, I am not an expert. This is Ghetto Antiques Roadshow. But we got some markings. Aha. And the seller just said gold-filled glasses. But what do these do? Let's check it out. So if you look close, you see this little ball thing right here on the stem. And watch what they do. You're going to see magic. All right, so let's find out what these are actually. A lorgnette. A lorgnette is a pair of spectacles with a handle used to hold in place rather than fitting over the ears or nose. The word lorgnette is derived from the French lorgner, to take a sidelong look at, and Middle French from lorgner, or lorn, squinting. Their precise origin is debated. Some sources describe English scientist George Adams the elder as the inventor, while others cite his son, George Adams the younger. The lorgnette is usually used as a piece of jewelry rather than enhanced vision. Fashionable ladies usually preferred them to spectacles. They were popular at masquerade parties and often used at the opera. They were worn popularly in the 19th century. The lorgnette was employed as a prop and affection by the early 20th century trial lawyer Earl Rogers, and one is featured on the front cover dust jacket of his biography, Final Verdict, by his daughter Adela St. John's. Let's check that out, actually. So this man is known to have made that book, Final Verdict, with picture of lorgnette glasses. As a matter of fact, he always wore lorgnette glasses, and particularly his daughter, who made the cover for the book, actually used his actual pair of lorgnette glasses as a prop on the book. He actually was a lawyer, a defense counsel who handled 77 murder trials and lost only 3. Only 3, guys, all right? And he actually impressed with 10 years after his death, impressed with accounts of Rogers' cases. Attorney and author Earl Stanley Gardner reincarnated Rogers as the character Perry Mason. Very, very cool. And they made many, many books and TV shows. I believe his daughter Adela Rogers St. John's, the daughter of Earl Rogers, the great trial lawyer, tells the poignant story of his controversial life. And these were actually his lorgnette glasses. Really quite interesting. So I wanted to give you an idea of how short this cord is. And generally, hold on, let's dangle this. Generally, I always thought that these type of glasses were for women and not men. And I guess they're androgynous type of glasses. Now, these actually are men's, because a woman really would have carried them around her neck by a chain as a necklace form. And so I'm guessing that these were actually something that was attached along with a pocket watch, and these are men's. When were they made? Okay, my guess is with this type of stamping, you can see this type of stamping in the metal. It's probably from 1915 to about the 1920s. That's my guess. Now, watch the magic. You ready? Okay, so the stick is like this. You see that little knob? Watch what happens. All right, here we go. You ready, boys and girls? This is fun. That is so great. So they fold up and really are not only something to see, and actually increase your vision and actually better and perfect your vision. They're also a piece of jewelry. And especially for women, women did not like to be seen in glasses. Until somewhat of the early 20th century, it was okay then, fashion-wise, for actually from the 1890s, it really started, that women were able to start to wear spectacles or pinch knees type of glasses that would pinch on the nose, and were considered book smart then. But before that, no fashionable lady would be caught dead wearing glasses. If she did, she was of lower class and did not care about her appearance. So these are actually beautiful. They're gold filled. I looked them over. If you always look along the bridge, I don't know if you could see that, there'll be markings. That's how you can generally tell what kind of metal they're made from. Now, a lot of these were made out of gold, sterling silver, plated materials, brass, even tortoiseshell, mother of pearl. But these are most likely gold filled, because on here also it says gold filled, 14 karat gold filled, right on the dog clip. And don't know if you could see that. You probably can't. But so these are 14 karat gold filled. It's a thin plating of gold over some kind of base metal. Now, do they really work? Let's hold them up to our eyes, boys and girls, and let's see. I don't really see anything much closer with them. Let's check out the veins of the leaves. And actually, I'm going to zoom completely out. There we go. Well, yeah, but not really that great. So they're pretty much a fashion accessory. You can actually look through them. Let's, check them out again now that we zoomed out. And you could see things closer, but they're really not that great. Now, some of them were fitted with prescription lenses by an optometrist, but I don't know if these are. You really can't tell. Now, I held them up to my eyes, and actually, when I held them up to my eyes, I was able to see much better. Perhaps these are just my prescriptions, so let's check out the letters. And, does it magnify much? Not particularly a lot. But they do actually, when I held them up to my eyes, they really magnetized what I was looking at through the lens. So these are quite beautiful. Again, I paid only $30 for them. What do they sell for? They generally sell in the, I'm going to go with the $70 to the $150 price range if they're gold filled and not real precious metal. Gold filled, you really can't get much value out of that because it's a thin plating of gold on them. And if they were sterling silver, you can command a higher price, probably between $150 to $250, depending upon how fancy they are. Now, a lot of times during the early 20th century to the 1920s or 30s, they started waning in desirability, and then people just wore regular glasses and magnifying glasses. They really went out big in the late 20s. Nobody wore them anymore. So these particular ones are not early. The earlier they are, generally the longer the little handle they have. Now, during the Deco age, during the 20s, they got very short, probably right around where my fingers are. Earlier to that, probably Edwardian, and before these little handles or lorgnettes were much longer. In the Victorian times, mid to early or to towards the 1870s, 1880s, these handles were very long. So you can guess that these are probably the teens to about the early 20s. So there you go. I hope you learned something and we had fun together today. So once again, thank you so much for watching. See you guys all soon, and so long.